What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Let Me Finish. This is your boy, Dom.
This is your boy, Greg.
And this is your boy, Antonio, a.k.a. Tone.
It's 2024, guys.
It sure is,
Welcome
man.
to the new year.
Or 2020 more.
Yeah.
2020 more live.
I like that.
Yeah.
Glad to be back here. Another episode recording with my best friends.
Besties.
What's been going on this week, guys?
Oh, I mean, I think the one thing that we can all shared experience is the cold.
Oh my goodness.
And the fact that Texans and Dallasites are such pussies when it comes to the cold, you know? I was asking my coworker, she's from Wisconsin. I'm like, I know she lives alone, right? She moved here from Wisconsin. She didn't know many people already. I was like, are you going to be okay? You need to come here. Did you stock up on stuff? And she was like, boy, I'm from Wisconsin.
Right.
This ain't nothing.
This
You
is
don't
regular.
know snow.
Yeah, for her, this is regular. But yeah, it's brick in Dallas. It got like 60 for one day, which is beautiful.
Yesterday.
Oh, it was Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
Yesterday was
Thursday. That's
cold.
what I went outside on Thursday after work. I was
went
like,
on
what
a
is
walk,
this?
bro. I went on a
Yeah.
walk.
I
It
said
was so
I had a
nice.
beanie on and I walked outside. I was like, it is warm
Beautiful.
outside.
It's
What is
beautiful.
going on?
And
And
then the
I
next
thought it
day.
was like, okay, we turned the page.
Yeah.
We're done with that one cold couple days
Nope.
in Texas.
Let me stop my faucets from dripping.
Right.
Finally.
As somebody that's like that's a obsessive compulsive, like the dripping faucets and the open like under the sink cabinet,
I hate
it drives me crazy because I
it.
find myself just like turning it off and closing it and being like, oh wait, I need to
Right.
make it drip. It's so hard to get it to drip correctly,
Yes.
Yeah.
right? Because you do it a little bit to the like left and you turn it off completely. And then
Especially
you do
when-
it a
especially
little
when
to the
you're-
right and it's
yeah.
running,
And
right?
Especially when you're
Constant-
cooking
Yeah.
and you got to like turn it off. Oh, wait, drip it.
Yeah.
And the
Oh,
constant noise of like something dripping or running drives me insane. It's
Oh,
like
for sure.
nails on the chalkboard.
yeah.
Like we have a lot of faucets in our house. Like we got sink, got 2 bathrooms, 2 showers, and
Yeah.
all of them have to be
Yeah.
dripping.
dripping, bro.
That to me is insane.
Yeah.
I hate
I
it.
mean, I didn't really hear it, honestly. So I wasn't like you, but I could see that driving me up the wall. And in fact, there was one night where I was like, didn't have the energy to drip. And I was like, if they bust, they bust. I'm sorry. I don't even know.
I don't know
I was
why.
so lazy.
That sounded so sexual.
If
Grow
they bust,
up.
they bust.
Grow up.
I keep them dripping so they don't bust.
Episode title.
Shut up, Lucci.
No, but I'm such a warm baby. I just don't.
Oh,
like
you were
being
struggling.
cold. I just don't. That's why I'm like not wanting to go outside or do anything because it's too cold.
you know
I'm
what?
the same thing. It's
Greg,
not like I'm out here.
We should have texted Dom because we know we should have knew Dom was struggling. He's already anemic. We did not check
Oh,
in on you. And
Lord.
Y'all
Dom,
didn't check on me at
This
all.
weather
I wanna
must be
apologize.
horrible for
Everybody
anemics.
knows that I'm anemic, and y'all didn't even check on me.
everybody forgot.
Everybody
This is a
forgot,
thing.
right?
It's 2024. I'm not letting anybody.
We're
forget.
dealing with our own TikTok prescriptions or like symptoms or like
Me and Greg are trading pills, so you know.
Yeah.
we got our shit.
There has been so much going on, and the year has just started. And that's just a segue. That's pretty much what we're going to be talking about this episode. Just talking about some stories that are going on in the world that are going on.
that affect us personally, maybe, or maybe that like get us jazzed,
Yeah.
excited,
Or some stuff that we just
pisses
found
us off.
or find odd and weird.
The funny thing is, I had to change my topic a couple times because I realized when I was initially coming up with topics, it was everything I hated. So I'm like, I don't want to make a rant episode. We could do that, but not today.
That's
we
a
get
different
enough of that
episode.
every episode
Yeah, that's a different episode. We had a
Yes.
Yeah.
specific episode.
because we did an episode of our favorite things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we never did.
We
like
did our
the-
least favorite
Yeah, we
things,
did.
right?
Yeah, so let's
You might be seeing that.
let's bank that for
That's
one
going to
episode.
come down the pipeline at some point.
for sure.
One thing that has come up, a story that I've seen, and I don't know if you guys have ever like seen this or heard of it, but please, I can't wait to get your thoughts on this. It's going to be a lot of details, so just tune in. Have you guys heard of this Royal Caribbean 9-month cruise?
Is that the cruise? No, that's not the cruise you're going on.
No, absolutely not.
9 months.
9
9
months.
months. I've just
The
heard.
time to make a baby.
Ooh,
Wow.
it's gonna be a lot.
There's
of
going to be babies conceived on that.
That's
cruise
perfect.
line.
Perfect timing though. It's like, hey, time to go.
Yeah,
All right, hospital.
right?
I've only heard of like the headline. Like I heard about it, but I've
Mhm.
never looked into it, so I don't know any details about it.
you guys listen to this cruise. This cruise started December the 10th of 2023,
Okay.
and it ends September the 10th of 2024.
Oh, damn. That's like a season of Let Me Finish.
It's called. The name of the cruise is the Ultimate World Cruise. It's 274 nights. They're going to 11 world wonders, all four corners of the world, and they're going to see over 60 plus countries on this cruise.
All right.
But
The average age has to be over has to be retiree age. Because
No, you're wrong. It's a lot of 30 plus, a lot of them are 30 plus.
who 30
but-
plus can quit their job for that long? Maybe they have remote jobs and they have
Yeah.
really good Wi-Fi on the boat.
Yeah.
influencers.
Probably.
There's probably some influencers on there.
So
Day 250.
Crazy.
We out
Crazy.
here.
Hey, chat.
some of the world wonders they're going to see the Great Wall of China. They're going to see the Great Pyramids of Gaza. They're going to see the Colosseum. They're going to see the Taj Mahal. They're going to get to see a lot of different like destinations on one trip.
I need to see the world.
I know. Honestly,
That's
my
just
initial
wild.
reaction is hell to the no. I don't want to be on a confined boat for
That's
longer
the-
than a week.
yeah, that's the problem.
I mean, they're going to get off the ship to do these excursions.
Yeah, but then they gotta go back
But then you got to go
on
back
there.
on the ship. Okay, so this is going to be long, but I'm going to go over most of the destinations they're going to go to.
Okay.
If it's something I can't pronounce,
Okay,
I'm going to skip it.
let's
or I'm
time
gonna
it.
try
Do
to
it in a
pronounce
minute. Do it in 30 seconds.
They're going
We're
to
not doing that.
Mexico, Aruba, Barbados, Brazil, Uruguay, Argentina,
Uruguay.
Falkland Islands, Antarctica, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, French Polynesia. I hope I said that right. New Zealand, Australia, Indonesia, the Philippines, China, Japan, South Korea, Vietnam, Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka. Shout out
Shout out Sri Lanka.
India, Dubai, Jordan, Egypt, Greece, Turkey, Bulgaria, Romania, Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Montenegro, France, Spain, Morocco, Portugal, Ireland, England, Belgium, Denmark, Germany, Estonia, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Ireland, Greenland, and Bermuda.
That sounds amazing. My second thought is, how do you pack for that? How do you pack for that? I hate packing for the weekend, and I
You pack-
overpack.
But 9 months.
9 months.
I mean, you can really
9
just
months in
wear-
different.
I mean,
like
Take a week worth of
climates.
pants, take a week worth of a bunch of shirts, a lot of underwear, socks, shoes,
You're
jackets.
gonna see me with a lot of repeat
shorts.
Oh, yeah. I would-
repeat
yeah.
combinations.
At that
and
point,
do
it
not
doesn't-
say
it
a
doesn't
fucking
matter.
word about it.
You're
At that
living
point-
on the ship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, at
you're
that point,
gonna
it don't
see.
matter. We're
Yeah.
all wearing the same.
We're all
shorts.
we're on this together.
Okay, so they give you two options. You can either do the full cruise for the full 9 months, or you can split it up into segments. They have 4 segments you can purchase. So you can do the Ultimate America cruise, which is 36 nights. You can do the Ultimate Asian Pacific cruise, which is 40 nights. You could do the Ultimate Middle East and Mediterranean cruise, which is 44 nights. Or you can do the Ultimate Europe and Beyond cruise, which is 40 nights.
Okay, which one would y'all do?
Middle Eastern Mediterranean.
Really? I would do Asian.
That one's my second one.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
sure.
That sounds fun.
I don't remember what all you said. So
The Americas, Asian Pacific, Middle East and Mediterranean, Europe and beyond.
America's might be kind of fire, and I didn't want to pick America's because I live in America. Like, why,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, I
but I
don't
want to
think
see
that.
that. But it's going to be
It's
like
more
all
than-
south
yeah.
of the equator type, like beautiful places, like beaches and
Right.
stuff, and like cultures that we're like kind of familiar with. You know,
wait, what? How many packages did you say?
4.
Okay,
There's 4,
I think it was
yeah.
the Middle Eastern. That one.
That's the same one I said.
Okay, I think that's the one that would be more interesting as far as like just culturally different and something I would want to see.
Get into this. The price range for this cruise. An interior room with no window costs $59,000
for the full
for the full 9
for
months.
the full 9 months.
So that's the base package,
Base package.
no window.
An ocean view with a window, just a window,
Ocean view with
not
a
a
window.
balcony, is $64,000.
Oh, I'd spring for that.
Yeah, I mean you're already up.
Yeah, you're at
Yeah.
59. It's like
A balcony,
5,000
a room with a balcony costs $82,000.
Ooh, that's-
Okay,
That
yeah,
jumped up a
that
little bit.
jump is too.
I thought you were gonna say 70, but that 80.
Yeah.
And a junior suite is $117,000.
What's a junior? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Is that like
Maybe like a bigger
Bigger
room.
one. Yeah, yeah.
how many
Yeah.
beds?
I don't know.
Because if you could split that,
I feel like a junior
no.
suite would have like a big king size and maybe like a pull out couch bed.
Right.
But then, yeah, you don't want to split that because who wants to be on a couch bed for
Well,
Right.
maybe kids if it's a family.
9 months?
That's wild.
9 months.
So
9
that's,
months. Yeah,
those are the
that's
prices
that's true. You're
for
right,
the
you're right,
for
you're
the full 9 months, depending on what room you get. It's the same if you split it up into segments, but if you do segments, each segment costs about $20,000.
That's
on which one.
doable. And also, like, I could take off 30 to 40 days of my life. 6 months. How are you going to get
9
past
months.
that? It has to be. And that's what you were saying. 9 months. Yeah.
9.
And you were saying probably the people that do it are like over their 80s. I think that's actually like the perfect time to do it because
I would
like
understand
making up
that.
for lost time. You're trying to see the
Yeah.
world. And sometimes when I think about traveling like internationally, I'm like, well, I haven't been anywhere, so it's hard to pick where I
Yeah,
would go.
The first place. Yeah.
right? Because
And
it's
saying that you've been to over 60 plus countries is a flex.
is a
That's a
big
flex.
flex.
That is a
Oh,
flex.
your Instagram for 9 months would be
Oh.
like, I would silence y'all. I would silence y'all. I'm like, okay, he's in Belgium now. Like, whatever.
It's like that person you see that's always traveling, but like, no, he's really traveling. for
Right.
He's
real.
always traveling.
Like, you ain't never home.
So listen to what's included on the cruise. So for people who pay for the full 9 month,
All right.
not the segment, they get free Wi-Fi,
You better get Wi-Fi.
food,
Yeah.
of course, and the food
Yeah.
changes every so often.
Wow.
You get laundry service, so they'll do your laundry. You get to see all 7 world wonders that you're going to. You get to do those excursions for free. And you get the drink package, including alcohol for the
That's-
full 9 months.
Including
That's big.
alcohol?
Including
All right.
alcohol.
I'm kind of half sold now. Man.
And you get
Including alcohol?
like
Like, how much?
I would be a fat alcoholic
It
who's
just
seen
says
the whole
including
world.
alcohol, and you get to fly business class to and from the cruise. After.
That is a steal. That's included?
That's if you do the full 9 months. So there's some drama surrounding the cruise.
Already?
Yeah, because some people that are doing the segments are also being able to be added to some of the excursions or get some of the items that are included. And some of the people who pay for the full 9 months
They thought it
don't
was-
want them to be included in some of the stuff that they get.
Wait, I'm blanked out. What'd you say?
So there's people who pay for the cruise and segments.
Okay.
So say they're only doing 2 segments or only 1 segments, they're not supposed to get any of the extra stuff that's included.
Yeah.
They have to pay for those services.
So they have
And
to pay for
some-
alcohol. They
so-
have to pay for
Right.
trip
But
to
to me,
the
it's-
7
but
world
for
wonders.
some of them, they have been getting those packages for free. So the people who have paid 9 months are kind of upset because they think it's unfair.
But I feel like that should be a part of whether you go for a segment or the 9 months, you should be able to get alcohol, Wi-Fi, laundry, dinner.
and
Because you're on a
also,
cruise.
also like,
But they pay significantly less for it.
But they're also
Right.
only paying for a portion of the trip.
That's
so,
true. That's
so my
also
thought
true.
is you're only going for 36 days. So you get to enjoy everything for 36 days.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
And you said each like package of the 4 is like 20,000, right?
Mhm, about 20,000.
And so
They're actually
20,
paying more.
40, 60, 80.
They're paying more in theory.
They're paying more.
It depends on the room too.
True.
Oh yeah, but
So-
in theory, you're getting a better deal if you're doing the full trip in the terms of like if you broke it out in 4 segments. So
Right.
why the fuck do the people that are staying for 9 months?
Just enjoy.
I
the
love this
fucking-
topic because now I have an opinion. I have an opinion on this 9-month cruise controversy. Like,
Just enjoy the fuck that you can pay $60,000 and enjoy and see the 7 wonders of the world.
Right.
yeah, why are you worried about these other people?
Don't worry about the person.
You know how people are though.
You're
Like,
about to go on a
you
trip that
know how-
changed,
you
but
know
you're
how
about to go on
people
a
are.
life-changing trip. You need that
they're
trip
like,
if you're worried about
I'm
that.
I'm exclusive. I pay for the full 9
I
months.
know.
You don't get
These
to,
pores.
And they're gonna be, they're gonna be looking down on like, oh, you just did the 30-day package.
Right.
I've been here for
You know
9
that there are
days,
people on the boat that are acting like that. And
Oh yeah.
some other
They're like,
drama.
oh, here comes the riffraff.
Some other drama that's been going on is like apparently the weather right
STDs?
now.
Oh,
The
sorry.
weather right now is kind of rocky
Yeah,
on the
'Cause
ocean.
It's December. Or
So people are getting upset because they're canceling a lot of the excursions that they're supposed to be able to do. So I think they went to Antarctica
Mhm.
and they were supposed to do an excursion where they got to see penguins, which sounds really fucking
I
cool.
would love penguins.
But the water was so bad that they had people wait for 3 hours to see if they can get off the boat, and then they just canceled. They said
This
they
is
can't.
when I am on these people's team because they should have planned where they're going to go based on where it's going to be warm. Like,
Right.
don't other countries and areas of the world when we're having winter, they have summer. They
Yeah.
should have gone to every place when it was fucking spring. You know what I'm saying?
Like you can't go everywhere any time of year. So I mean,
they went
they
to
probably didn't do
Antarctica in
research.
December.
wild, right?
Yeah.
They might as well go to the North Pole.
Well, I saw an article that says that it's warmer where it's colder where we are than where it is in Antarctica or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Global warming shit.
It's wild.
The ice caps are melting.
Would you guys do the cruise? And if you did, would you do the full 9 months?
The way that
if you had
explain
the
it-
money to
No.
do it,
No.
if you had the money and the free time to do it,
No.
would you do it?
I'm thinking like, since my parents have gotten the travel bug recently, that'd be fun for me to like, you know, because their whole thing is like, we want to see the world before, you know, we have limited
Mhm.
time left.
Yeah.
So that'd be fun if I could really take off a good chunk of time and be like, hey, let's go to this place. And it'd be like a lifetime thing, like something we could always look back at. And I could too, you know?
Mhm.
So I would think about that. I think like going with like a friends, that'd be super fun.
Mhm.
Significant other, you
9
might
months.
leave. I want to know the how many people get like break up after it or get divorced.
Yo, what if you
or-
break up
Yeah.
into 9 months? You're just stuck.
And you know what's
you can
crazy?
leave.
They didn't even offer the segments at first. You had to buy the full 9 months.
They weren't selling enough tickets.
Mm-mm.
So-
that's exactly what it was.
And I'm not asking because you probably don't have this detail. I'm wondering what is the dynamic of age of like who bought the
I
full 9
wonder.
months and like segments. I'm curious about that. Or
Yeah,
how
probably.
many people?
I mean, I think we
you
could
know?
probably guess the younger people did the segments,
Segments.
Right.
and then the old people did like a whole
Yeah.
year. Who can take
Because
off a week?
joking, I can see an influencer like saying, "Hey, I'm going to do this 36-day cruise and we're going to record content and
Yeah.
blah 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 blah."
You know what's happening. There's a whole TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
I mean,
whole
so
cruise.
is there like, where are you getting this controversy? Are there TikToks that
On
you can-
TikTok, yeah.
So there's people that are like, "Hey, it's day so and so. We're
Post
here."
on
This,
TikTok,
oh,
yeah.
really? So
Mhm.
what's the general consensus though? Is it a good time? Like people been having fun, or
I mean, for the most part, people seem to
it's
enjoy
giving
it.
Fire Festival?
But yeah.
I don't know why.
but this actually went off without a
Okay.
cruise.
Yeah.
There was like a rumor that went around that the cruise was ending early.
Mhm.
That started from some lady on TikTok who's on the boat,
Mhm.
but then Royal Caribbean came out and was like, "No,
I love
this
it.
is going
Yeah.
on. Like this is false news,
Yeah.
fake news,
Fake news.
but, yeah,
Yeah, keep it short. I would not do it. I like the idea of being able to travel and see so much,
Mhm.
but 9 months, like if they offered a package that said, okay, for the year of 2024, we're gonna hit these destinations and you're gonna get on this cruise ship. If they had a package where I could like pick and choose
Mhm.
and maybe not segments, but like, okay, this is gonna be the one that leaves out of Europe or out of Greece and Africa.
He's just describing a regular cruise. Like these,
You know what?
these exist.
Yeah,
these do
Antonio.
exist.
I'm basically
you want to
describing-
do another. You want to cruise, but not 9 months.
No, I'm basically describing cruises year round. That's what I am. And I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, never mind. That doesn't sound great. So basically, no, I wouldn't do it. It's too much. Just the 9 months.
I would
way
do
too
it.
long.
The
9
segments,
months?
though. The segments. I would do 2 segments: Asia
Okay.
and the Middle East Mediterranean ones.
Are those like back to back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that I could do 30 days.
Yeah, 30 some
But-
days. Yeah.
Think about like if you take a week trip, how ready you are to get home,
Yeah.
how much you like ate, how much you drank with all inclusive alcohol.
Can I bring-
But think about the fact that you have a chef.
I mean,
for
yeah.
You don't
9
cook for
months.
9 months. You don't
That
cook for
might be
nothing.
like the one
And
of
I'm
the
sure there's a
selling
gym. I'm
points.
sure there's a sauna, like a spa.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
sure
they
they
have
have a
it.
lot of healthy food options. Because
Yeah.
you can't eat like you're on vacation for 9 months, right?
Yeah. The problem with me, you know what? I can't do this cruise. The reason why is because when there's free food, that's my eat the worst. Like if you just throw out a platter of food for me,
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
gonna make the worst choices. So I
And
can't.
you know they're gonna have like a healthy table, and you're never gonna go to it.
I'm
right?
gonna walk right past
Yeah.
it.
And
for
the thing
for
is, you
pizza.
might get a little bit of healthy stuff, but you're still gonna get a fucking donut. You're still
Yeah.
gonna get
Yeah.
like the bad things,
I'm
right?
gonna go to the ice cream, get some soft serve.
Oh,
for
and I'm sure there's unlimited like fountain drinks.
Yeah.
Like I would probably drink more like Coke Zero than I would alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was my topic.
Wow,
Yeah,
well
that's something that I
researched.
noticed. Yeah.
Whoa.
Thanks.
You even knew the
Thanks, man.
controversy surrounding
Yeah,
it.
the whole thing.
Antonio, you go
videos.
next.
So recently, was it last week? There was an NFL playoff game, and it was the Dolphins and the Chiefs.
Chiefs, yeah.
So obviously, we're all in the streaming era where everything's being streamed now.
Mhm.
And it's getting a little complicated because now you have to subscribe to so many different apps and channels to
Mhm.
watch things. The NFL sold a game to Peacock, and it was $5.99 to sign up for Peacock monthly. And normally you can watch any playoff game on, like, if you have regular cable,
Mhm.
which I have YouTube TV, which is digital, but it's cable, whatever. Normally you just go to whatever, ESPN, NBC, whatever,
Right.
watch it. You had to pay to watch this regular NFL
That's
game.
wild.
And
You couldn't even do like a 7-day free trial.
no, there was no free trial.
Why would you put a game behind a paywall like that?
Because and that goes to my point, money. It's streaming. So my thing is just about streaming in general. It's more about this game, but it's about streaming in general, where it's getting so out of hand that, I know people joke about how like, oh, I'm also go back to regular cable.
Mhm.
Well, that's not a thing anymore because even the things that are now on that used to be on regular cable
are going to be on streaming exclusively.
Bro.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
only reason I have regular cable is for sports. I don't.
Same, bro.
Right.
Sports or like award shows. Touch on later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or RuPaul's Drag Race. To be honest, Saturday Night Live. Those are the only things.
A couple
That's
things,
crazy.
and now they're pulling those few things. So even the Mavs, I don't know how many Mavs games you watch.
Mhm.
It's hard to find Mavs games on TV now because Mavs has some deal with Bally Sports. They have an app.
Oh,
you have to pay
right.
for it. They don't have half the games, so you have to pay the NBA League Pass to watch certain games. So my whole thing is, how do you guys feel about streaming? Because last year, one thing I did is I started to put all my subscriptions on the calendar because I couldn't keep up.
Mhm.
And then again, I'm going to say shout out to Rocket Money because
Yep.
Rocket Money looks up all your subscriptions, and it's actually you can't even find all of them because some of them pay through PayPal and it can't categorize what PayPal payments are. So
okay, yeah.
how do you feel about streaming? Because it's driving me insane now that everything is $4.99, $5.99, $6.99,
And that stuff adds up.
Bro,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
so much. I know that like Netflix revolutionized things.
Yeah,
You can
it
watch
really
movie,
did.
TV shows on demand. But bro, like it was a lot simpler when everything was just on TV and you had to pay a little bit extra for HBO if you wanted HBO. You
that
know?
was it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to get this package. and you
Yeah,
got all
to get these extra premium channels. Like
yeah. You know what happened? The packages became their own apps now.
the
Yeah.
packages became their own apps. And then the packages who had like a differentiator because you could watch a whole season of a TV show.
Mhm.
Now there's so many apps that they have to differentiate themselves. So
Yeah.
now they're turning into like regular TV by like having these like live events like the games and shit. You
Yeah.
know, like I knew it was, I mean, eventual Peacock is
Peacock is
outrageous.
NBC.
I think they noticed they had to go to streaming because everyone had a DVR, so nobody was watching live TV anymore.
Mhm.
Everybody was
Yeah.
literally recording their shows.
And that's what's happening also to award shows
Mhm.
where people watch online just to see the instant reactions rather than watching it.
the
And
actual award show.
because I think they said, I looked at some numbers, I think 23 million people watched it and it was over on 20 how many devices, whatever number it was. But a lot of people did pay to watch that game because it was a huge game.
And
Mhm.
people
So my
that have
fear-
never gotten Peacock and are about to like cancel their subscription to Peacock, like
That's
I mean,
wild.
you paid $5.99. I had Peacock. Could have given you
I do too.
Peacock
Oh, I
account.
didn't know. Sorry.
But I think okay, so Thursday night football this season, I think it's the first time has been on Amazon Prime.
that too. That
That's
has,
so
and that
weird.
makes it makes a little bit more sense because who the fuck doesn't have Amazon Prime?
but
right.
here's where it fucks up. I remember seeing stuff on TV where like normally every bar has like a football game on, a basketball game on. The bars are getting screwed out because they can't stream that stuff on 1,000 TVs. So they're in this weird place where it's affecting
Yeah.
them.
They
So
can't. You can't even go to a bar and watch it.
you
'Cause-
really can't.
Which
okay,
takes
let's
away-
sign into the restaurant Hulu.
Right.
I was under the impression that most sports were watched on Hulu.
It's
through
Most sports were-
ESPN.
Watch on Hulu.
Yeah, because Hulu or
Disney
Disney bought
owns,
ESPN.
yeah.
So I
Oh,
was
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
that
yeah.
a lot of games are.
no.
Well, do you have to have Hulu like live TV or
That's the
something,
thing.
or YouTube live TV? It's wild, bro.
it's
There's
so
like too many
complicated.
options, and you
Yeah.
feel like you just have too much, but you don't have enough sometimes. Like
Yeah.
in the case of the Chiefs Dolphin game, where you're like, I have to get a whole nother new thing
That I
to
don't
watch
want.
this thing.
Yeah.
I wish the NFL just made their own platform that says, "Hey, you'll be able to watch whatever game you want on our exclusively on our platform."
Hey, that might happen
That's
because
it.
I don't know if y'all heard this week, but the NFL bought ESPN.
From Disney.
I guess.
That's
That's one of
wild.
those things I only read the headline, but breaking news. Yeah. NFL bought ESPN.
I need to look into
I'll
that.
check into it during the break, okay?
Because I can't imagine Disney
I
letting
don't
that
think
go.
that happened, Greg.
I
What?
can't imagine Disney
Greg,
letting
that did not happen.
letting
I
that
think
go.
it happened.
Greg,
Okay.
no, because
Y'all keep talking.
Disney owns ESPN.
Right.
Disney
And that was a recent
ESPN.
purchase.
No, they've had ESPN for a long time.
Oh, have they?
Yeah,
Oh,
that-
I thought that was a recent
That's why the
purchase.
anchors always get fired when they get too radical. They fire the anchors. Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Well, while Greg's looking that up,
Wait. The NFL buying ESPN is the final frontier in the effort to kill sports journalism. That's just
Yeah, but
is
what.
the final frontier. Did
I think it was
they
a
actually-
rumor.
did
Michael
they actually
Smith
do
warned
it,
sport
or-
journalism going in the wrong direction with rumored ESPN.
Rumor,
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's
Well,
a good.
cutting edge. By the time this episode airs,
No, it's
It-
not.
and the deal might have gone through.
I think that's a good idea. Let them buy it. Let NFL have their own platform to where they can stream their own.
They have their own platform.
But
the NFL Network, right?
No, the Red Zone or
The Red-
whatever.
yeah,
but it's still it's still too stretched out. If I gotta go,
It is.
I gotta search where I gotta find the game I want to watch.
Yeah.
If I knew it was going to be in this one place, let me just buy that app. Let me pay $20, $25 a month, and I can watch all the football games I want to watch.
And that's the crazy part about all this is like the streamers are now turning into broadcast TV, right? Because now there's
Mhm.
commercials.
I
I've been watching a TV show on Amazon Prime and a commercial came up and I was like, isn't my
That's so
Prime
wild.
membership that I pay once a year,
This
doesn't
was
that pay for no
yeah.
ads? You
That's
know?
why I blame Netflix. Netflix started
totally.
this whole thing.
They started this
Because
whole
they
thing
had
with the
different
password
the
sharing
packages, the
crackdown.
password.
It was all
sharing.
over when they started.
But it
being
started
like,
before then. They had different subscriptions where you get one DVD, but if you pay for this one, you get two DVDs.
Oh, you're going
and
way
you
back.
can
Yeah, you
use
went
it.
way
You
back.
went way back to the
I
beginning.
feel like they're just always
I was
trying to
thinking, like-
put some paywall behind, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking like
See
how they
what
have
you
like
wanna see.
standard definition, 4K, which by the way,
Yeah,
there's no
it
difference.
just gets worse.
It
and
looks
worse.
exactly the same because I re-signed up for Netflix and I paid for standard definition. I'm like, this looks the same. That's
Crazy.
4K. It looks the same.
oh, I don't even know you had different.
Like I got to pay for
definitions.
commercial free now.
Yeah.
I already pay for your.
You got
for
to
your
pay
platform.
commercial free for Hulu, and it makes it $20 a month.
Oh,
and
for-
Peacock.
Everything. Netflix, they all do it now.
That's-
I
it's
just have commercials during Peacock.
it's
I'm not
just
paying more than
wild.
$5.
I'm not paying for ad-free anything. I'm sick of it.
And when HBO,
Sick
okay,
of it.
so when
I hate
remember
commercials.
HBO Max was kind of fire, had like
Yeah.
good Sunday because it was like basically all the HBO shows, right?
Yep.
And then they like merged with like Warner's or something,
Yeah.
Discovery,
Discovery.
and they just became Max.
Yeah,
I feel
Max.
like it's a graveyard in there
That
now.
was so there's this thing online too where it's like, is HBO or Max cancel all their black shows? Because I never watched Rap Shit because I didn't like it, but that was Issa Rae's other show and that just got canceled. So
Yeah.
someone was like, they're just canceling. And someone said they canceled all the black shows and they killed the black people on House of Dragon.
It was part of the merger.
It's just- even on the anime side, you know, there used to be Crunchyroll and Funimation, and now
Uh-huh.
Crunchyroll bought everything, so now they're
now they're
even
charging.
more expensive to
Yeah.
watch anime. So it's
Uh-huh.
It comes down to
That's
like,
another
You're trying to
stream.
be like a
That's another streaming
Yeah.
service that I have.
To me, it just comes down to greed.
Crunchyroll.
Mhm.
that's all animation. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
anime
interesting.
stuff.
That's a client of my company.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Shout out.
cool! Shout out to Greg's company.
Yeah, what I mean is,
Give you the discount
Rocket
code.
Money is good for it being like, oh, the price went up, or you
I'm
have
gonna check that
bills.
out.
You
Yeah.
really need to.
All right. There's one caveat about Rocket Money. The irony of what they do, which I think they're going to get sued for this. No, I'm serious. For false advertising, because it does look at all your subscriptions through your statements. And
Allegedly,
oh, no, it does. But if you notice, one thing they advertise is, hey, we'll cancel that for you. The caveat is in order for that premium feature, you have to have a subscription to Rocket Money for them to cancel your subscription.
why
Oh,
wouldn't I
that's
just go
weak.
on the site and cancel it myself?
I'm like, I can just, it's
But
not that hard.
They make it seem like you push a button and
And they'll cancel it.
yeah,
It
like
deletes
they
forever.
get on
forever.
customer service line and like, hey, we're with Rocket Money. We're just
Yeah,
gonna
and they
cancel
won't.
this
So,
for Antonio.
but for free, they will look up, they will find all your subscription, they'll tell you. And I'm like, okay, fair, but don't advertise this whole cancellation. when
wait,
you-
what'd you try to cancel and that happened?
You know,
Because
what's
I
funny?
thought about it and then I was just like,
Well, it doesn't quite work for me because again, one of my issues is this finance thing. I do a lot of transactions through PayPal,
Mhm.
and PayPal for security
Why?
purposes, it's just easier.
okay.
Like
Yeah, I
my,
do too.
like my
I
Apple
feel like
ID.
it's more secure.
yeah.
I never do because I'm always like, I forget my password. And
But
shit.
somebody hacked into my PayPal
Ooh.
and bought a laptop, and
No.
then I disputed it, and then PayPal was like, it took them a while to like,
Yeah, their disputes are not great.
but
Yeah.
it got disputed. It didn't like fully process, so I caught it in time.
Yeah.
And then
And
they
that took it
changed my account to where if in order for me to use PayPal to purchase anything,
Mhm.
they send like I have to go on my
Verification.
phone.
Improve
I
it.
have to do like two.
So it's not easier and it's not
two-layer
more secure and it's
verification.
not.
I guess it's more
I'm
secure
gonna stick
now
to not
because
PayPal.
they send me a code and I have like 15 seconds to put it in. I have to like
Oh,
put it in.
the
Or-
authenticator.
But also,
Yeah,
it should be
authenticator,
like,
and
do
it's
I
like-
really want this? Do I really need this?
It's like, man, I mean,
Yeah.
PayPal felt so secure, and now I have to do all this other stuff just to, buy anything through PayPal. So
yeah, you need
well,
a better, stronger password.
yeah.
obviously,
Let me finish. _03.
Dom gets hacked.
Right.
Well, my thing with PayPal is like a lot of I have certain accounts linked to PayPal. So like my Apple ID, when I do Apple purchases, do all the fucking subscriptions, it processes through PayPal. So when the transactions come through the Rocket Money, it just says PayPal $8.39.
Oh, so you got to categorize it? That's
Only stuff like that. And so that's the
Do
only
you
thing.
do that?
I'm trying to.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, if y'all don't use Rocket Money, I mean, don't feel pressure to. We're going deep into Rocket Money.
Okay.
Let's not talk about it because they're not paying.
Yeah, because they're not there. But I mean, it helps.
Yeah. But anyway, to get off my subject, like I said, it's just the whole streaming game, how it's changing. And one thing I do now is when I watch certain shows, like probably sometime last year, I just canceled everything because I wasn't watching TV anyway. So now what I do is I will subscribe to something. If like, example, The Bear on Hulu, I just started watching that.
I'm paying for your Hulu.
No, you're not.
You're on my Hulu.
It didn't work. It started working like forever ago. I thought
For real?
I thought maybe you like canceled it or something.
Oh no, boo.
I couldn't log in, so I was like,
So
all
you're
right.
paying for your own account right now?
It's like $5.
You still have your account just right there.
Oh shit! I need to log in there.
Because my parents, I gave them, like, I created a user for them. And so I think they see your name every time they sign in. And they're like,
Who's Tone?
who's that? He talks about him a lot.
Yeah, let me get that login from you later because
Okay,
it's talking
okay.
about anyway. So for as an example, I subscribed to Hulu. I thought I didn't have it just to watch the show. So when I'm done, I'll cancel it. Disney Plus, I subscribed to it when Loki season 2 came out. Once it finished, I'm out, cancel. So that's kind of what I do now. I'm just subscribing for something in particular, cancel, and I'm gone.
Maybe I should do that. I'm really
You're not
bad.
wrong.
I feel like I'm a sucker when it comes to subscriptions.
I pay
I'm the
for all
person
of them.
in my family that pays.
I
for
just
the
want to not, I
subscriptions.
don't not want to have it.
So it's like, hey, do you have this? I'm like, yeah, I have
Oh,
it.
so
Like
a lot of people have your password.
Not a lot of people. Like my sister.
Do people
and
have
my
your PayPal
parents.
password dumped? Is that what happened?
No.
You might need to check people's
absolutely not.
laptops.
But even Memphis came to me one day and was like, hey, do we have this subscription service? And I was like, yeah. He was like, can I give it to one of my friends?
No.
And I was like, well, what am I getting in return?
Yeah.
Truth.
You got to trade off.
I was
something.
like,
You gotta
what do
trade
they have that I don't have? Because maybe I want to watch something.
Oh no,
on
totally.
There, like,
a good trade. That's like the perfect thing because they're not gonna
Right.
Venmo you $5. They're not gonna
and he
PayPal
was
you $5.
like, well, I don't know what they have. We'll find out.
Ask them, yeah.
Find out.
We'll find out.
This
what
is
they
a
have.
bargain. This is a yeah.
Because why am I paying and you're not paying?
guilty.
Yeah,
I
we
feel-
got
I
to
feel
find
like
some synergy here.
I feel like I was being mean, so I was like, here, just
Mm-mm.
give it to them. They can use
But the
it,
thing
so.
is with that is you're reminded every time you log in that there's some other people on there. And if you don't know
Unknown person
them, see, when I get on Hulu, I have another friend that's on it, Tone's on it, my parents on it. So I'm kind of like, aw, But if it was somebody I didn't know,
or
I
know
would be
that,
annoyed
or,
by their name.
or know that well. Like,
yeah.
Oh, here's a funny thing. A couple of years ago, when the first time I canceled Netflix, I remember this is when I had Facebook and I would post on there. And I just posted something for New Year's. I was like, my post was just it was my birthday, and I just basically said that, hey, just whatever. And I didn't remember, somebody had my Netflix, but for like a year, and I didn't remember who it was. And I just said, shout out to whoever's got my Netflix. I didn't delete it yet. And my friend was like, oh, that's me. And I'm like, you owe me about $100. And you actually paid me.
Whoa, you
Which
came
I-
collecting for the Netflix?
Absolutely not.
It was a joke. I was a joke
I
post,
wouldn't have
but-
paid you.
I wouldn't have either.
Did you give him his money back?
No. I was paying
I
for
would have
it.
immediately been like, I don't even use that. I would have
Right.
been like what you said about my Hulu. I was like,
Oh, I
I
don't
couldn't
know.
log in anymore.
Right.
Like, give me your password.
I don't want to use it anyways. Here you
Yeah.
I
go.
couldn't log in for real though.
Listen, I would not pay $100 because I'll be like,
No.
I'll find somebody else to
Right.
keep me on the Netflix. If
But
it's
also-
really that important for me not to have my own account, I'll find somebody else.
But the
I'll find
caveat
another
was
sugar daddy.
the caveat was the person wasn't like very technically savvy. So I helped them set up everything like a year before. Like I helped them set up like their Roku TV and everything. So he didn't know how to do
Did you charge him for that?
Right.
No, I mean, no, I probably should.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's,
He's justifying the fact that he got this $100 from
I
his
helped
first
know.
him. I helped him with everything. I helped him set up everything. I downloaded it to his Roku TV. I signed in. That was
couldn't be.
I put in
me.
work.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me.
I was
me.
putting in work.
You put in work and then you gave him your Netflix and
And then
just-
you charged him $100.
and you said he's not tech savvy, so he
you
probably
bullied,
thought
you bullied him.
I didn't bully
he
him.
probably thought Netflix just came with the TV, the way you
Right.
set it up and stuff.
Exactly.
That's what my parents think.
Like,
Like, did Netflix start working? Should I call them? I'm like, you can't call Netflix.
Do you remember when music tried to like put music behind a paywall?
It is
like,
behind a paywall.
Well,
well, Tidal. Remember when Tidal came
was
out?
like
and,
exclusive. You can only watch this
Oh,
music video
I
if you
hate-
pay
yeah.
for Tidal. Like,
and it was very like, come on, Jay-Z, we know you're a businessman, but we're never going to do this.
I'm not downloading
I
it.
get
But
the
then we pay-
reasoning
yeah.
for it, but still, like, I understand that this is a platform to actually help the artist,
Bro.
but come on now. Like,
That and this is one thing I would
$30
pay.
a
I would
month.
pay $10-$20 more for my Spotify if I knew it was going to go to the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Like if I knew if 100% of what I was paying was going to the artist.
right.
I love music. I love podcasts. I love all that. You know, maybe we could think
Right.
about that. You know, but that type of stuff is like you shouldn't have music for like free. I mean, someone created this shit, right? Oh, sorry. And Dom just pointed to the microphone like I'm not talking to the microphone. I lost my train of thought.
Gary's getting passionate though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I understand. That's just something I didn't like that.
Yeah, that title thing, I totally forgot about that. Like, you can only get the album. I'm like, no, I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this.
And YouTube. Oh
I do pay for YouTube Premium though, because I hate ads.
Because you hate the ads? I don't pay for YouTube.
It's just
Premium.
wild. I don't either. Like, YouTube has been
is a free service
for so long.
YouTube is like Google. Like, it's free. It's a service to the public for the good of the humanity.
The only reason, because I hate ads that bad on that platform, because there's so many of them. But I use YouTube a lot. YouTube, I got my job off of YouTube basically. So that's the one play. Also,
because you like learned how to do all the stuff that you do now.
Yeah. Also, I will say this for my cat. Shout out to my cat. I do play the cat channel when I leave work, so I don't want to have ads interrupt him when he's at home, like, because he'll get on the counter and hop on the TV and like paw at it. So
is there scratch marks on the TV?
Actually, no.
As cute as that is, I'm still not paying for YouTube. My cat will just have to wait
for
until
the
that
commercial. He's like, I get Disney Plus for Loki. I get YouTube Plus for the Cat season 2. Cat's playing.
You're doing it wrong.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about just kind of like award season. I like award shows. There's something very comforting. You know, it's almost like Sunday Night Football, but in a way where it's like seeing celebrities dressed up and winning their best moment of their life, or maybe choking. I'm always looking for those meme-worthy moments. Oh, Lord. The week after the Golden Globes, bro, I was on Twitter just laughing my ass off. Like, I was like, Twitter's back. You know, side note. For a while, I thought Twitter was dead because of Elon Musk. I got on Threads. Threads is the worst thing you've ever seen in your life.
Are people still on there?
Yeah.
I mean, I got on there for a minute and it was just like, you know how like Instagram has my algorithm kind of off? You know, it sends me like Christian memes and it definitely knows I'm gay. And so it's basically like Threads is they took your Instagram algorithm and put it on Threads, right? So it's a lot of Taylor Swift shit. I guess I engage with Taylor Swift stuff on Instagram.
Are you a Swiftie?
Maybe closeted.
Okay.
No, not anymore.
I just want her to be happy. I hope they get married. So my topic is award shows, right? And usually I just watch it for kind of the something to watch. That's why I have live TV as well. And usually I'm like, I've seen one of these movies like every single year for like the Oscars or something. I'm like, I've seen one of the best picture nominations, right? But I feel like I've seen a lot of the movies and it makes it kind of exciting, right? And I don't know. I think I just went to the movie theater more.
Don't you have that movie pass or something?
Yeah, at Alamo. I got like a monthly movie pass. I can go to like every movie in the month of January if I wanted to, but I don't.
Is it called Movie Pass?
It's called it's like Season Pass, Alamo Season Pass.
Oh, because there was a company called Movie Pass.
Oh yeah,
they went under because they was like too cheap.
It went under because people like took full advantage.
Yeah,
it was too cheap.
You could see like 3 movies a week for like $10 a month.
Right.
There's not that many movies out there.
It was wild. There really isn't.
I got my card and then the company went bankrupt. So I didn't even get to use my Movie Pass card.
Did you get your money refunded? Did you see one movie?
No, I didn't even get to see not one. I still have my little Movie Pass.
They didn't exist. They can't give it to me.
Right.
They took that money and ran.
You took it to the theater and they were like, sorry, sir, we are not accepting
I was
this.
like, because everybody was doing Movie Pass. So I was like, oh, this is.
You got to do it, right?
Yeah.
And it was during COVID, right?
That's the problem.
It took right before COVID.
Yeah.
It took off. It was too cheap. That was the problem.
It was too cheap. So I paid like $20 a month. And Alamo is like a 3-hour drive. And so once a week, I didn't do it this week.
Wait, what?
3-hour drive.
I mean, a 3-minute drive. Sorry. It's like a 3-minute drive.
I was like, are you going to the Alamo in San Antonio?
Yeah. Remember the Alamo, bro. They have screenings once a week, bro. And I got a season pass to Remember the Alamo. It's called the Remember the Alamo season pass.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's like a 3-minute drive.
That's interesting that you're into the movie season and stuff because I know nothing about movies, like actors and actresses.
What's the last movie you've seen?
Color Purple.
Oh, that's one I want to see. Right? Was it good?
It was great.
It
was really good. It's a musical. People are going to the movies and not knowing that this interpretation of the film is a musical
because they're hiding it in the previews. Did y'all know that? Right?
They're doing that with Mean Girls too.
They did that with Mean Girls and The Color Purple, where I guess they test audiences don't like like
knowing
musicals.
if it's going to be.
Well, they don't like musicals.
Yeah, the
so
people
they're
that don't
hiding
know.
it in the previews,
Yeah.
just doing all like the talking parts of the movie.
Yeah.
And so people go to the movie
They're like,
thinking,
what the
and they did the same thing with Willy Wonka too. Did you know the new Willy
Was
Wonka?
that was a musical?
It's a musical.
Yeah, kinda.
They hid that.
A little bit.
Willy Wonka is a horror film. I don't
It
care
really
what anybody
is.
says.
It's dark.
Actually, it's
The
dark.
original is a horror film,
But that's
for
a
sure.
classic, dude. It's
I'm
like,
still
don't be a brat,
terrified.
don't be a glutton.
There's some slavery in there. It's kind
We're
of
gonna
it is
die.
There's
dark.
some slavery in there. The Oompa
It-
Loompas.
No, that no. In this new one, there's some indentured servitude, as they call it now, but some kind of slavery.
I didn't
Did you
watch
see it?
the new
Yeah.
one.
Oh,
I actually
wait.
saw it.
There's not the Oompa
Willy
Loompas?
Wonka is not a film I need to see
Not like-
multiple times.
Not like not like the American slavery that we know, but there's like a sense of like his upbringing. This movie is about before he's Willy Wonka in the Chocolate
Right.
Factory.
I
Oh,
still
so
don't
he
wanna
was like
see
a
it.
little indentured servant?
a little, kind of in a sense. So yeah.
Oh, wow. So,
So in a sense, it's kind
Wonka
of dark.
overcame the odds, bro.
But I do think there's a thin line because people who love musicals, and people
Those
who
people.
don't hate.
Yeah.
There's
Very
not a lot
true.
of people that are
Very
in between.
true. But like, if I go to see a musical, I want to know it's musical. And if I sit
Yeah.
down to a movie and I found out it's a musical,
You're pissed.
bruh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't walk out, but I'd be like, oh, there was on like TikTok of somebody recorded Mean Girls a musical.
I saw.
And as soon as like the lead character started like singing in a certain scene, the whole audience was like, oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Have you guys never been to a? No, you haven't. You've
What?
never been to a Tyler Perry play.
No,
No, not a play.
and I was in
Yeah.
Atlanta when they
Seen
were
movies.
popping, so I
They
didn't
will
know
bust out a song in the middle of a scene.
Oh, but that sounds fun. You're in the live theater. It's
But you
live,
know it,
people
though, and
sing-
it's-
Yeah,
it's
you
like
know
a
what you're
great
getting
show.
into.
But a lot of times when you get the DVDs, you always skip over the singing
songs.
parts.
because they don't really transition well in like video. But yeah, it's like to me, I'm like what Greg said. It's like I want to know it's a musical, and my other thing is I don't mind a musical film. It's just how much of it is musical. If it's less than 50% musical, I can rock with it. But if it's like 80%, I'm not.
I
doing
still
it.
never seen La La Land.
I've never
I've
seen,
never seen it.
The
I
thing
don't know,
is,
but I
I've
heard it
never
was
seen
great.
La La Land. No, I've
Okay.
never seen it. And
Never
the-
seen Cats.
Oh, definitely never seen
I don't know.
Cats. I
Seen
saw
Cats.
Cats on the stage though. Now that has some dark, like Wonka-esque energy too. Like, yeah.
What are some other music movies? Chicago.
Chicago, I've
I don't think
seen
I've ever seen
bangers,
Chicago.
classic. I
Seen
saw
it.
Les Miserables.
I haven't seen it.
I saw.
Is The Wizard of Oz a musical?
Oh yeah, there's songs in it.
Yeah.
My thing is like, it'd be cool if there was a musical and the songs were like kind of modern day pop.
hmm
Like it doesn't matter what the story is. It's Mean Girls. It's set in the modern day high school.
Right.
It's Color Purple. It's set in I don't really know, but like the songs are the same style.
Right, yeah.
Like they're the same
Yeah.
Broadway style.
Because I get it. Because one of my things with musicals, I remember the reason I don't mind musicals, but the reason I didn't like it early on because anytime I would go to a musical, it would take me about 15 minutes to get into that world.
Mhm.
Because initially, when I first sit down and watch a musical, I'm like, this is weird. The stage is moving. I see people coming from backstage. I'm not in that world yet, but 10, 15 minutes in, I'm like, okay, now I'm in it. I get it. I'm into what's happening here.
And people
Yeah.
just don't bust out songs at coffee shops.
Never.
in real
They
life.
really don't.
So it's
That's why I don't know
it's
how I
just
watch that
hard.
High School Musical shit.
Yeah.
So do musicals do well at the awards during the award season?
Like
yeah,
half of 'em.
definitely. They do well, and especially with the Golden Globes, there's a category they segment the like movies and also the actors, and it's kind of weird. It's like a holdover from back in the day where there were a lot of musicals, but it's like best drama, and then it's best. That's one category, and then it's best comedy or musical.
Oh,
Right?
Okay.
And so like there's some years where there's no
There's a
musicals in there.
category for
So
it.
like but the fact that there's the musical category, I feel like if it's a musical, you have a good chance of being nominated, right?
So what are some of the films you are expecting to win big?
Well, I mean, if it like it's award season, so if any of the award shows are past indication, I think Oppenheimer's
I was
win
gonna say
Best
that.
Picture, right?
What about Barbie?
Barbie was like kind of like when
It
it
was-
came out, everyone was like Oscar winner, but like it didn't really
It won something though. Like
It
the
won a
Ryan-
Golden Globe for they created a new award and it was best cinematic almost like box office achievement.
Yeah.
So they made an award for like movies that just made a lot of money that were
Okay.
so like critically
But no,
acclaimed, and Barbie won.
One of the songs in the Barbie movie, the Ryan Gosling song, "I'm Just a Ken," won something.
I'm
too.
just kidding. Yeah, I
Is
think
that a musical?
No,
I mean, no, but it's a
no,
comedy and it does have songs.
There's musical elements.
Why
to
do
it, but it's not a
comedy
musical.
movies always incorporate some type of like
It's the formula.
Song?
Like 4-Year-Old Virgin has a whole musical.
Oh, that's
piece.
true.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't categorize that as musical.
Why do they have
it? was
it?
almost like for shock
Step
value, right?
Brothers has a whole musical scene. At
And
the
they didn't
end.
have
Oh, the Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot
It's
about that.
wild.
I like that though. I don't want them to stop necessarily because if you're in the moment and it's a good ass comedy, like
It works.
bring on the music, right? I like a good dance sequence, right, to a song.
If done properly, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I just kind of roll my eyes at it. Like, why come this comedy movie just can't end? It just has to like
That's how I feel about
they have
long
to
sex.
sing or something.
He's in the Mean Girl audience right now, like, another song.
But that's how I feel about long sex scenes. I'm like, is this necessary?
Oh yeah, you always feel like you're watching.
They're
it with
just
your
weird.
parent,
I'm
right?
sorry. They be having like 30 minutes just fucking. I'm like, this
And
is
it's
not
like,
necessary. I didn't come here for a sex scene. I came for the movie. Like
and it's
that.
never integral to the plot or the story.
It's weird. It's some, to me, sex scenes are some weird Hollywood shit. They
Especially
just
during
wanna,
a horror movie. Like, it's
Yeah.
expected that there's going to be a sex scene where somebody dies.
I don't
Right.
need the thrusting and like
The
close-up. It's
thrusting,
like,
right? And they never show like the last part where they're like cleaning up and it's like kind of awkward.
It's just like roll over and it's like, I'm done.
They never
Like-
keep the part of, hey, what are you about to do in it? Okay, so the Oscars. So Oppenheimer is looking good. Killers of the Flower Moon, probably not. And then, which is surprising because it's a good movie. Have y'all seen that movie?
I have
No,
never heard of
no.
it.
I thought it was
neither.
amazing. Killers of the Flower Moon. It's Martin Scorsese. It's based off like a true crime best like classic, Stone Cold classic.
Okay.
And it's about the I forget the Indian tribe. I don't want to say, but they're in Oklahoma, and basically these Indian tribe, they're I really should research this. Basically, the reservation turns out to be like oil central. Like there's
okay.
just oil like coming out of the ground, right?
Mm.
So they become the richest per capita like county in the nation, right?
Mhm.
So these like Native Americans are driving like Rolls Royces, jalopies
Oh.
back in the day, right? And so with that came a lot of like white people trying to get their money.
Mhm.
So basically, it's this like family that marries these Native American women and basically kind of kills them off to get their insurance money, right?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so it's kind of like a
It's like Thanksgiving.
oh, is that like the
Is that the
movie?
plot?
No, it's like,
Thanksgiving?
yeah, like Thanksgiving, like how they came in and gave the Indians smallpox.
Oh,
We were talking about
it's
the
a horror
movie. Yeah, that's what I was thinking
You
about
was
too.
on the full
I was like,
season.
Yeah, I went dark back history.
Okay.
Exactly. No.
But in a sense,
it's
like-
like a thriller movie. It's
Yeah.
3 hours
Yeah.
and 40 minutes. But it's
Oh, I wanna watch
3
that.
Wait, 3 hours.
And it's called Killer of the
40
Flies.
minutes. Killers of the Flower Moon.
Flower
Leonardo,
Moon,
Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. Robert De Niro's
Oh,
in
we love
Oh.
Leo.
Yes,
and
sir,
the best actress winner is a Native American actress. And
Mhm.
she's
Nice.
actually from maybe the tribe that the movie's about. Don't quote me on that. But I think she's going to win Best Actress. Which
Is
would
it
be
based on a true story or is it fiction?
It's based on a completely
Oh,
true
wow.
story. Yeah.
That sounds
And-
interesting. I mean,
it's
3
good.
hours.
I do want to watch
And now that it's on streaming, you can watch it in like
Which
on what platform?
1 hour, 1 hour.
What part?
Apple TV.
Oh, I have that.
I don't have that.
I
That's the thing.
Okay.
So
I don't
I
have
saw
that
it in
either.
theaters.
Okay, cool.
But Best Actress winner might be Emma Stone for Poor Things, which I saw last week. And
Shout out
it's-
to Emma Stone.
Yeah, and this is a comedy movie. Basically, it's kind of like mythical in the way that like I want to say House of Dragons is.
Okay.
It's like in kind of a magical land, right? And you
Okay.
don't know the time period, and you don't really know when, but it's kind of old timey.
Yeah.
And basically, this mad scientist, he saved this woman who was jumping off a bridge who was pregnant. She didn't want the baby. And how he had to save the woman was he had to take the brain of the baby, the unborn baby, and put it in this woman's head to save her, right? So she's basically an adult woman, Emma Stone, and has the brain of a baby. So she's like developmentally challenged at first, it seems, right? Because she's like bumping into shit like she's a baby and she knows like a couple words like a baby.
This is
And
a comedy, right?
it's a comedy.
It sounds
I
like
was about to say
It's wild.
this-
It's
sounds-
wild. So then she
I'll
like
watch it.
developmentally goes through life like rapidly, right? But she's seeing everything from an adult perspective from a child's.
Interesting.
Like, so she finds the joy of sex and she's like, why do people not do this every hour of every day, right?
so she came in info.
Yeah, she became a nympho. Like even when she was a
Lord.
little kid, so she had like sexual organs of an adult,
Actually,
but like
this sounds-
brain of a kid, and she would just be like pleasuring herself at the dinner table, and they're like, you can't do that.
This sounds dark.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's funny, but it's dark and
But funny.
and she's expecting to win some awards.
well, I mean, it was between her and I think her name. What is her name? Lily something. The Native American actress.
I hadn't even heard of this movie.
It's
But
I hadn't either.
it sounds
between
good.
them, and then
I'm
I
so,
think
like, out of
for
tune.
best actor, it's going to be Cillian Murphy from Oppenheimer, right?
When is
think
the Oscars? When is it?
Oscars is. I think they're announcing the nominations next week, and I think
Okay.
they're usually in February.
I don't know any of these names.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
no,
either. I'm really out of
teaching y'all. I'm
tune.
teaching y'all.
Thank you.
And then on the TV side, like the Emmys just aired, and the Golden Globes are TVs and Emmy. And so basically, like all these TV award shows, 3 winners. It's
So-
Succession for drama, Bear for comedy, and for limited miniseries, it's Beef.
Okay.
Okay, so comment real quick. The Bear is not a comedy. I don't know.
It's
why.
not.
I don't know why I got in that category. It's not a comedy,
And
but
that's
it's a great
where
show.
yeah,
But Beef, I just watched Beef. That was good.
it was good, right?
Yeah, I like Beef. Do you actually literally watch the award shows, or
If
like?
I mean, I feel like my engagement is higher this year because
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of the content, which is not usually the case.
But what I mean to be in particular, like, are you just like me? I'll be on Twitter. I'll be seeing what like I look at reactions. I'll see who won.
I'll see
but
who won and
Yeah.
like the reaction to
bruh,
it.
but like
That's the funny part.
the
But
way
you-
Twitter works,
Yeah.
you know how sometimes it's funner to be like part of the action. You
was
know
real
what
time,
people
yeah.
are talking
In real
about.
time.
That's why the whole week after I was laughing my ass off because I like engaged
watched
with
it.
it. You're
Okay.
part of like a collective like.
so you were
something that's
watching it
going
on
on.
Twitter, like you're.
No, I did Twitter afterwards, but I'm
Okay.
in the group chat with people that are watching it, and so we all have like our own commentary. So it's
Got
like
it.
something. What
Would you ever host like an Oscar watch party? And
I'm
invite
doing it.
people
That's what
over?
I'm doing this year. It'll be on a Sunday, and I'll find out the date. We're gonna do an Oscar watch party. But my accountability to y'all is when the nominations drop, try to see some of the movies.
Okay. Can we just get familiar with can I watch the trailer and say, hey,
Well, if it
I
doesn't
can see
interest you, don't watch it. But if
Okay.
it's something
If
that
it's
interests
something
you,
that I'm-
like watch Killers of the Flower Moon. I still haven't seen Oppenheimer.
can I watch the winners of the categories
But that's
after
no
the
fun.
awards?
After the awards?
So I can say, okay, that's why this won an
I
award.
mean,
like that's
or
why she
that's-
got Best Actress.
But it's not going to be as fun because you won't know, like, oh, this person should have. Listen, you do whatever you want. I'm
when
just
do
saying.
the nominations come out?
Next week.
I don't have enough time to watch all these movies.
Yeah.
The nominations come out next week, and then the awards
Oh.
is like in a.
The nominations, not the.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Not the
okay.
award
So,
shows.
okay.
We got time.
Yeah.
I'll try to watch a couple of them. I can't watch all, but if it's like you said, if something interests me, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
So
I'll put y'all on.
I had asked you this before. So you don't count. You're not talking about the Grammys at all because I know that's coming
Oh,
up. So
yeah, I don't. Did they even drop the nominations? The thing about the Grammys is they're so off base
Okay, they
completely
really- yeah.
that like you can actually say like, oh, the Oscars did get most of it right in terms of like the best movies,
Mhm.
even if it's like shit I hadn't heard of, right? But the Grammys are always like, bruh, this is
There's
cheesy.
too much politics behind it.
Well, it's cheesy. They're like
Yeah.
so old and outdated. It's like even when they try to be hip, it's kind of like off base. You know,
I
like
got you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I generally don't watch or enjoy award shows at all. I guess my thing is I can understand for the movies because it gives you kind of like I didn't hear about this movie. It might be good, right? I think generally speaking, if I enjoy something, I enjoy it. I don't really care if the actor wins an award or the movie wins for best picture. To me,
Mhm.
none of that factors. Even with music, right? Grammys, they're way off base.
Way off
Yeah.
base.
I think because the voters or whoever gets the votes they're not.
I think
just-
there's
it
just
just
too much
seems-
types of music, and
just
it's hard
too
to-
much,
It's
way
hard
too
to
much.
award who best in music. 'cause-
Yeah, it just seems so corrupt, and it seems like a popularity contest or
Yeah.
who's sucking up to the Academy.
right.
Who
I
paid
only
off for it,
watch the
yeah.
award shows, music award shows, or anything like that for the performances.
Same.
I'm
And that's what I was
sorry,
going to say too. I don't
would
even know the
watch them.
nominees for the Grammys,
Yeah.
but I will be tuning in just for like the performances.
All right, so I think that part of my brain is like dead or something like that because every time I watch a performance on TV, I'm like, this is just I can't. I've never enjoyed a TV performance of anything.
For real?
That's why.
No.
Okay,
I just-
let's take it back. When VMAs were the VMAs,
Oh.
bro.
Maybe okay, way
I
back
can
then.
think of performances that are stamped in my brain.
Bro,
from
I'm thinking of I'm gonna let you finish. I'm
Mhm.
thinking of
Britney Spears with the snake.
with the snake.
Britney Spears,
talking about-
Madonna, Christina.
Madonna,
on
All right, but hold on, hold on.
stage.
Yeah.
Can you name anything significant that was on an award show in the last decade?
Oh, Will Smith got slapped Chris
Yeah.
Rock. That's the most significant.
That's a
like
good
top
one.
10
That
pop
wasn't
culture
planned.
moment.
The
That wasn't
lady that
planned.
did that whole monologue singing
That's the thing
thing.
is I'm playing. What?
The monologue singing lady.
Yeah, she's like
Angela
Viola
Bassett
Davis.
did-
Yeah, did the thing. Viola Davis, our woman king.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Great. See, he doesn't know, but yeah, those are like moments that
It's
that have
the
happened
unplanned moments
recently.
that are wild because the Golden Globe, y'all know y'all heard about how the host just bombed, right?
Was that
when he made that Taylor Swift comment.
But
the comedian?
yeah.
Something.
It was actually a funny joke, and if he committed to it, it would have been funny. It's like Joe Coy. Nobody have ever heard about him, but
even that, like scripted jokes, I can't. Again, this is me, right, Antonio, my weird brain. Scripted jokes just don't work for me anymore. That's why
Really?
I can't. Yeah, because if I know you're setting it, like all his stuff, it's not. Joe Coy's funny.
but you're like, okay, punchline time.
That stuff, like I know people are fake laughing at it, but when that stuff does not work for my brain, it's
well,
just
if it's good, it'll make you. I mean, the thing is, if it's bad, of course, no one likes that shit.
Most
I
of it's
mean,
bad to me, but
Anthony Anderson hosted the Emmys, and it was cute, but it was kind of like he did better than Golden Globes. He did a lot of like
Mhm.
reunions. I don't know if y'all heard about that, where it was like the cast of Grey's Anatomy got together, the
Okay.
cast of Martin got together, the cast.
Oh, I
of,
saw
like,
that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I mean, I think if the audience gets into it, that makes it more enjoyable. Jennifer Lawrence is a pleasure at award shows.
She is because she keeps it real.
What was she in there where she looked at the camera and
Oh,
says,
bro,
if I don't win, I'm going
hilarious
home?
movie. It's called No Hard Feelings. It's on Netflix, bro.
Okay.
And it's like one of those like raunchy throwback comedies like Bridesmaids. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like that
Yeah,
kind
okay.
of humor. They don't make those comedies like that anymore. But she's funny and the movie's hilarious. You gotta watch it.
Yeah, she looked at the camera and she said, if I don't
I like
win,
stuff like
I'm
that.
going home.
Yeah.
Like she was just doing funny stuff the whole night. I love just
It's
Jennifer
not the
Lawrence.
planned stuff, it's the unplanned
Yeah,
stuff.
unplanned
that's the only stuff that's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I can't sit through 2 hours of all this planned.
Well, you're
choreographed.
going to for my Oscars
Yes,
party.
award season. I can't wait for your Oscars party.
It's
By the
gonna be
way,
fun.
Yeah,
You-
let us know when the
We'll have a
nominations
poll.
come out so we can take a look and then
By the way,
figure out what we
yeah,
need to watch.
you're going to stamp your gay card because that's one of the gayest things you can do by hosting a awards party.
Speaking of
Be
like
gay.
gayness, right? I hold RuPaul Drag Race watch parties all the time.
All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. This was a fun topic. We actually
This is
talked
long.
for a long time, so
Longest
I guess I
time,
hope
so-
you guys.
If you made it to
Appreciate
the end,
it.
thank you. Sound off. All
Yeah.
that.
But this is the first time we've had like a hot topics type of like episode.
I think
or
it turned out
something
good.
like that. So.
I liked it better than talking about being single or some shit.
Well,
Yeah,
we had-
just because we're talking about stuff that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah,
So
because so much
Yeah.
of the episodes in the past were about specific things that were happening with, and they got kind of it got heavy.
It got
at one point.
heavy and it was
Yeah.
right around the holidays and like
and we were. I was edging toward depression. So
yeah,
it was like,
no,
yeah.
daylight savings. Hey, daylight savings time made some of these topics like
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah, but still, like this may be incorporated into some of
yeah,
our
we're
regular
gonna keep
episodes.
it light. We're gonna
Like,
keep it light and then dive into the deep topics sometimes.
yeah. We'll
That's
still have some
fine.
deep stuff, but we're gonna kind of keep it.
Yeah, we can
Keep
make
it
sure
even
we
keel.
throw in some hot topics.
We're gonna keep you on your toes for sure.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna keep you on your toes in terms of more episodes this season.
But I do want to say, if anybody has any ideas or topics that you think that would make a good discussion, please let us
Please.
know.
Yeah.
I think we usually put the email out there, let me finish pod03@gmail.com.
Mhm.
I do not remember our Twitter handles or Instagram right now, but we will get back to that. But like I said, if you have any suggestions, please just let us know because, we're trying to finish the season strong and
Yes.
we want to know what you want to hear us talk about.
We're listening, and also, if it's in from Sri Lanka and Sri Lankan tongue,
Yeah.
we'll put it in Google Translate.
Y'all come first.
Honestly,
honestly.
even if you're in Mississippi, bring it.
You heard it here first.
I'm a change man 2024. Let's
We
go.
love it. It's the thesis.
It might be. It might be.
Positivity.
Yeah.
Until next time, see ya.
Bye.
We out. Bye.